history of Indian cinema, replete with blockbuster hits, box office record breakers, and mega movie star. This world filled with media attention and gossip in one of the most booming industries in India today's Bollywood. The life of a movie star seems so glamorous and luxurious, but it is only when we move back to the timelines that we realize the struggle that the Indian cinema has been through. The Indian cinema industry dates back to the 19th century more than 100 years ago. The very first film to be shot was by Lumiere brothers, which was shot in Mumbai. The Lumiere brothers born in France were the children of a couple who run a photographic portrait studio in Bascon, France. On the 7th July 1896, the Lumiere brothers showcased six films at the Watson Hotel in Mumbai. This marked the birth of the now gigantic Indian cinema. After the first film was shown in India, Indians were inspired and fascinated, which led to yet another milestone in the history of cinema. Harishchandra Sakharam Bhatwedekar, commonly popularly known as Sava Dada, who was the still photographer, drew his inspiration from the Lumiere brother production and ordered a camera from England during the 80s. A short clipping, which then was shown as a film, was shot at the Hanging Garden in Mumbai, known as the Wrestlers. It was a small and simple recording of a wrestling match that was screened in 1899 and was considered as the first motion picture of the movie industry. The father of Indian cinema, Dada Saheb Phalke, realized the first ever full-length feature film by name Raja Harishchandra in the year 1913. The silent film, was a commercially success. The reason behind this movie standing out among the others was not just because it was the first movie realized, but because of the fact that Dada Saheb was the director, writer, cameraman, editor, makeup artist, and the art directors. He made the movie entirely on his own. He eventually stepped into the limelight with having produced 23rd film from 1930 to 1980. The biggest achievement that Dada Saheb has was that his first movie became the first ever Indian film which was screened in London in 1914. Ever since then, new production companies emerged in the 1920s. The movies that were produced back there were mainly about mythological and historical stories and episodes from epics such as Mahabharata and Ramayana. Gradually, the industry witnessed immense growth, especially during 1970 to 1932, but movie production declined during the Second World War. The modern film industry came into existence somewhere around 1947. During this time, the movies that were released mainly focused on the common man messiahs.
They focused on shining a light upon slavery, prostitution, polygamy, among the others. This period in the history of cinema was remarkable, and an outstanding transformation was witnessed in the equality of movies, the actors, and the script.
The 50s and the 60s are known as the golden age in Indian cinema history. This era alone saw the magnanimous rise of especially great actors like Guru Dutt, Raj Kapoor, Dilip Kumar, Meena Kumari, among many more. Along with the improvisation and refining of the acting sector of the industry, the musical industry also began gaining predominance by playing an esteemed role in the making of the movies. Similarly, as Bollywood began dominating the industry as a whole, many more religion industry came into existence all over the country. 90s rolling behind, there was a clear-cut difference between the evolution of the narrative used in the movie and the development of script writing. By this era, conventional love stories has become very popular. The audience loved watching these orchestrated love stories and began rooting for the actors to fall in love behind the screen. The theme or background of the movie, recommended with mythological tales, moved on to delivering a realistic portrayal of the common man misery on the silver screen and slowly evolved the religion it focused on the fancy world. Mohan Desai, the pioneer of the Hindi masala movie, stated that he wanted people to forget the misery and rather live in a dream world where there is no poverty or beggars, a place where faith is kind and good triumph over evil. Begin the movie industry that we get to see today. The overview of these industries help us understand and realize how the inspirational trends of cinema spread through the country. Prior to cinema, people indulged themselves in the theatrical spread primarily through dramas, plays, cultural festivals, and storytelling. With the coming of cinema, the taste of the audience developed, leading to the growth of the films industry at large. In the recent couple of years, there has been spectacular innovation through the birth of independent films and short films featuring in international film festivals. Evidently, the India industry has come a long way. This is yet another further in the hat of glory for the film fraternity. With the high expectation and hopes, the future of the movies already seem innovating and bright.